Football is back. No, not the NFL. Football.
My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
Okay, before the NFL fans on this page lose their minds, just chill. You can both be football, and that's what we're going to be calling both of these sports on this page. But before we get into that, please make sure to like and share this video with your friends and subscribe to Lingo Sports. Germany has brought football back. The Bundesliga is the first of the top leagues in Europe to return to action. Now, many of you won't be all too familiar with the Bundesliga and its clubs. If anything, you're probably more familiar with the likes of, let's say, Manchester United, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Liverpool, and Juventus. While those clubs are all great, the Bundesliga title race has been unlike any other this season. In England, Liverpool have demolished the competition. In Spain, it's the standard two-horse race between Barca and Madrid. And Juventus have been steadily on top of Italy's Serie A. The Bundesliga, however, has been absolute fire from start to finish, unlike in past years. For the past decade, as with many others in Deutschland, Bayern Munich has held their foot on the throats of other clubs, winning 7 straight Bundesliga titles, with the only club even challenging them, Borussia Dortmund. This season has been wild though, with too many league changes to even count. So let's take a look at the contenders in this 5-horse race. First up, Borussia Dortmund, who may be hurting the most with games behind closed doors. Dortmund won't have their vaunted yellow wall of fans chanting behind them and bearing down on opponents. But the winter transfer window brought in 19-year-old Erling Haaland, who has changed the fortunes of this team that had a very rocky start to the season. Haaland has shown to be a force, 9 goals in 10 total games, only half of which being starts. Another young star in the making, Jadon Sancho, has taken yet another leap, and the Borussians have found themselves in the form of last year and look poised for their first title in 7 years. Dortmund will kick things off this weekend when they face their bitter rivals Schalke in the Revierderby, which is one of the most intense matchups in all of football, so buckle up. Now, from one of the most beloved clubs to the most hated, RB Leipzig. They've had a dramatic rise over the past decade, starting in the 5th tier of German football and eventually gaining promotion to the Bundesliga in 2016. This may be their best year yet under ascending young manager Julian Nagelsmann. The German genius has propelled his team to new heights, claiming the top spot in the table 8 times this season. Their high-pressing, ferocious style of football can overwhelm just about any club. Playing at a pace so fast and so furious, they could earn a speeding ticket on the world's fastest racetrack. Timo Werner will be challenging for the Golden Boot this season for the first time in his young career with 21 goals already to his name. The club may have the best chance at lifting the Meisterschale, with Dortmund the only top opponent remaining and are just 5 points off the top. Then there's the dark horse of them all, Borussia Mönchengladbach. And no, I will not be saying that 10 times fast. Gladbach, under former Salzburg manager Marco Rose, held the top spot in the table from weeks 7 to 14 and have been a steady threat. Gladbach has not raised the Bundesliga trophy since the 70s when the team won 6 titles. The team is in the best form seen in decades with a legitimate chance to shock the world. Bayer Leverkusen under Peter Bosz have a style that is as entertaining as it is reckless, with one of the brightest young stars to back up the Dutchman's ambition. Kai Havertz is versatile, intelligent, and lethal in all positions along the front line, getting involved in 31 goals in the past season and a half. Leverkusen crowd the opponent's box with players playing a risky high line that more often than not gets the desired results. Havertz and the rest of the Leverkusen attack will need to come out firing if they hope to claim the club's first league title. And finally, the Bavarian Giants themselves. For them, losing the title is simply not an option. For the team that has owned the Meisterschale for 7 years, the weight of expectations can be heavy. Bayern have finally found their feet, undefeated in the last 11 matches and owning the number 1 spot since matchday 20. Striker Robert Lewandowski has topped himself again this season, smashing records and the back of the net. But the tail end of the season will test Munich. Fixtures with Gladbach, Leverkusen, and Dortmund will be must-watch. But will Munich have the same juice they left off with without their massive fan base cheering behind them? The Bundesliga is back. So if you don't have a team, pick one and enjoy the ride.
Give me a hell yeah.